Here are 5 things making you look insecure. Have you noticed that when some women walk into a room, they just instantly command respect? But when another woman walks into the same room, people start dismissing her, taking her for granted, not really listening to what she has to say. And the painful part, the woman that is being ignored, it's not as if she's a lesser person. It's not as if she has less intelligence or less beauty. It's because there are some subtle behaviors that are signaling insecurity. And the truth is, many introverted women usually fall into this pattern simply because they've not really known what confidence actually looks like. So today, we are going to audit 5 of these small habits that make you look insecure even though you're not. Over time and observing a lot of people, I noticed something interesting. You see, the women who are respected, they are not necessarily the loudest. I tell you, they are not always the talkative in the room, but they carry themselves with a certain certainty. And that certainty shows up in small behaviors. Now, on the other hand, the woman who appears insecure, her insecurity also shows up in small behaviors as well. Small signals that tell people that this person is not sure of herself. This person is not comfortable herself. She doesn't really know who she is or what she wants. But you see, once you notice these signals and recognize them, the good news is that they can be changed. So signal number 1, over apologizing. One of the fastest ways to appear insecure is to begin your sentences with apologies. You want to share your ideas with the team. You start by saying, "I'm sorry, please, I have an idea. I don't know if it will make any sense." You see a woman at an event, instead of just asking for more rice, she'll say something like, "I'm sorry, please, can I have more rice?" Stop it. What are you apologizing for? What did you do wrong? That is a signal to people that you're not sure of yourself, that you're not worthy of just speaking up or making a request. You're not sure if what you have to contribute is valuable. Going forward, know that as a confident woman that you are, your thoughts are valid. That thing you want is not a burden. Simply speak to people with courtesy. You can be polite. You can show courtesy without having to apologize over everything and nothing. Signal number 2, approval seeking. Constantly seeking approval and validation from people is telling people that you are unsure of yourself. It shows you're not comfortable with your own thinking. You have a beautiful mind. Learn to trust your own opinion. Learn to trust your thoughts. Learn to trust your decisions. Whatever you want to do, you don't need to go seeking people's opinion for you to now decide, oh, whatever these people say before you do what you want to do. Just imagine you're in a meeting and you make a point. You're now looking at the faces of the people to see if they are nodding in approval, if they are agreeing with you. They don't need to agree with you. Your confidence must begin with self-trust. This is something I discussed in my video on confidence, which I will link here. You have to learn to trust yourself. Trust that you can think for yourself. Trust that your decisions are good enough. If you make mistakes, you learn from them. Of course, this is not saying you shouldn't seek counsel. There are some important steps you want to take where you want to receive counsel from 1 or 2 people. But you see why I talked about self-trust? Because even when people give you counsel, you still need to be able to trust yourself to know which counsel to receive and which to discard. Because you can't just take any and everything people say, you just go with it. You don't need anybody's approval to be you. Signal number 3, shrinking your voice. And no, before you go and say, yes, I'm soft spoken, I have a small voice, that's how I talk, I equally have a soft voice. You see, many introverted women lower their voice when speaking, and this is as a result of fear. You're afraid of offending people. You're afraid of taking up too much space. You're afraid of speaking up for yourself. You're afraid of being heard. You're too worried about how people will take it. So you shrink your voice, you shrink your opinions. Yes, you're allowed to be introverted and be a quiet, soft spoken person, but it should not deter you from speaking up for yourself when you need to, from speaking up boldly and confidently so people can hear you. Discard that uncertainty in your tone when you're speaking. Speak with certainty. Speak like somebody that is sure of herself. Doesn't have to mean you're talking loudly, but when you inject that boldness and certainty into your voice, that's when you start to sound secure. Signal number four, over explaining yourself. This is another subtle signal of insecurity. When you always have to explain what you're doing, a decision you made. You say no to something or to someone, and you now have to spend the next 5 minutes explaining why you said no. No can be a full sentence. You make a simple decision and you have to spend time explaining and explaining it to your friend so that nobody misunderstands you. See, if you want to become a confident person, you need to understand that not every decision, not every action requires explanation. As long as you took a decision with clarity of mind, stick to what you've decided. Period. And lastly, signal number five, nervous body language. Sometimes insecurity is not what you say, it's how your body moves. If you're constantly fidgety, when people are talking, you're always nodding your head, or you can't even look at someone's face, your eyes are down, you can't look people in the eye. This small things signal a lack of confidence, they signal discomfort, like you're not comfortable. And trust me, people read body language even more than the words you speak. A calm posture will go a long way in communicating confidence more than some words. So here's your homework. Just a small confidence exercise for you this week. Yes, and you're going to do it. So, my introvert friend, you're going to pick one of these habits that I have talked about, and you're going to make a conscious effort to work on it. You're going to put a stop to it. Just pick one. Just one for this week. You can do the rest later. Pick one. Maybe you stop over apologizing when you speak. Maybe you start to raise your voice a little bit higher when talking to people. Maybe you say no and just say no. Simple, right? So pick one, just do one thing. One small change will go a long way than not doing anything at all. Many introverted women believe that confidence is reserved for our louder friends, those are our extrovert people. But that's not true. Some of the most confident women I know, they are calm, they are quiet, just like you. So you see, the difference is not their personality, the difference is certainty. Certainty of their values. These women are certain of their voice. These women are certain of who they are. And once you develop that certainty for yourself, that's when you become her. Let me know in the comments one insecure behavior you have observed, like you've noticed about yourself. Yes, you, because I know you know yourself. Share it with us in the comments. If you haven't done so, please subscribe and stay hooked to this channel, because here we glitter, we shine, because this is a community of women of gold, not just on the inside, but on the outside. Bye.